Hey, Gracie, I see you. Instagram always behaves very funny. Instagram doesn't like to go live, but I'm gonna be patient with it.
We're
Perfect.
doing
Now I'm
some
live.
Christmas cooking and things got burned, so the house is all smoky.
Oh, I am so sorry. I'm
It's
so
okay. That's why I
sorry.
keep coughing because the air is still.
Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. Well, we're live now.
Okay.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody. Neza, do you mind putting on your camera, or do you still need to turn it off?
Yes, I'll put it on right now.
Okay. No, but yeah, happy new year, everybody. This is just so I am so touched that I have this number of people who are in the studio. Just so I explain what it's like, we have a studio where we have people join, and then we have LinkedIn, we have YouTube, we have Instagram where people can join live. So the
Yeah.
people who join in the studio are people who are members of the reading cycle. So there is we I just started a platform called I just started this group on the platform called School, just so we can actually just talk about, if you're struggling, you can just type and say, hey, I'm struggling. If you have an idea, you can put it in there, so we have a community of people, so we can really encourage each other. Everything, I'm still testing everything, but just to introduce the book club, this is the Aglo Reading Circle, and this is our second book. It's a virtual book club where we have people from all over the world join us. I'm joining in from Dubai. Neze, who is my co-host, where are you joining from?
Well, right now I'm in North Carolina, so I'm joining from
So
North Carolina.
So she's joining from North Carolina. If you don't mind putting the chart where you're joining from, so we have an idea of where we're all coming in from. Uh, and I'm your host, Gloria Esomeme, internal medicine physician, negotiation strategist, podcast host. And with me, I have someone who we've worked together for. I've known Ineze since 2017, 2018. We actually started a book club. It was virtual, but it kept us going throughout the pandemic, and then for some reason life happened, people got married, had kids, and so people got busy. But Ineze and I, we've been in the book club for so long. Ineze, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yes. So, hello everyone. My name is Dr. Neze Wankwo, and like Gloria said, we've known each other for a long time. So, I'm so happy, honored, and excited to be leading this book discussion with Gloria. And Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. So, when I'm not reading or being part of a book club discussion, I'm also a public health advisor. I have my public health, my doctoral degree, my PhD in public health education. So, welcome everyone, and good to have you all.
Thank you, Neze. And I see Emmanuel, I see Grace, I see Christelle. Those are the people who are in the studio. And this is the book we are gonna read. Start with
Yes.
why. Oh yeah, because I think there's a different. There's a different. Maybe there's like an updated version or something like that.
Yeah, and I saw that online there's like a special, like there's a mastery class for Start with Why and stuff. So I think it goes along with like a different version of the book. But this is the one that we're reading. So it aligns with
Yes,
the page numbers that we will be talking about.
yes. Yes, and if you have a different one, that's still fine. So what we're going to do is, I'm working on the reader's guide. It'll be done by tonight, hopefully, if I don't go out. But you get it by tomorrow, the latest. And what I will do is the chapters, just like we did with the previous book club. For those who were here when we did the courage to be disliked, we're also going to do this in like segments, just in case you have a different version or you're doing the audio version, so that way you can follow.
Hmm.
um, and why I chose this book is that it's the first of the year. We're starting 2026, and I personally wanted to start 2026 with an intention. And so I said, what better book to start with than start with why? And it's not just the title; it's also the person who wrote the book. Simon Sinek, his leadership style is one that I admire a lot. It's just filled with he leads with kindness, with wisdom, with intention, and he's very deliberate in everything he does. And I'm like, why not start 2026 with something like this? And there's a, what do you think?
Yes, I love the idea. When you told me about this book, I was like, yeah, this is a great one to read to start the year because I've had this book on my wish list for a long time. So I'm glad to finally be here and to be reading it with you and the entire group. So I think it's such a great way. And just before I get too ahead, it's from what I've read so far, it is something that it's not a book that I would typically read because what it talks about is it kind of pulls back the layers. It kind of gets you behind the scenes of what's going on in companies because a lot of the examples he's using is with companies. So it's as we're starting the new year, we probably have some new year resolutions and thinking about things that we can do differently to make 2026 a beautiful year, an amazing year for everyone. So it kind of takes us behind the scenes a little bit. And why not? Why not explore? Why not try new things? Why not be bold, adventurous? So a little bit of that, I'm getting that in this book so far. And I think everyone will enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think that lens, I like the lens of looking at it at the level of the organization. The
Yeah.
beauty of that is that we are institutions ourselves. If you, it depends on. So I did a podcast with Dr. Una that got released yesterday slash today. It talks about the 9 areas of our lives. So if you look at yourself as an institution with 9 areas, then you can also have those intentions. And then when you're also navigating at work, then you know how to behave because you know the thoughts behind things. And if you are in a position of authority, then you can actually lead with kindness, lead with intention. So having those lens, I think it's a great lens to have, to be able to have that broader lens and then also take that lens more internally, where you can begin to explore your intentions, explore yourself and know yourself a little bit more with the bigger and the smaller lens.
Yeah, so I have to put in a plug here for the podcast with Dr. Una. If anyone who has not seen that podcast, you should definitely watch it. It's 52 minutes and I finished it this morning. It has so many gems and it will really help you rethink about those different areas of your life. So listen to it. I can send a link to everyone, but you will definitely get a lot from that. And it will help you in your personal development, in your business development, excuse me, really anything. Those 9 areas of your life really captures the essence of who you are. So I
Yeah.
encourage everyone to read it, take some notes. You will not regret those 52 minutes that you spend listening. And it might make you want to even learn more about Dr. Una and learn more about Gloria and her podcast and everything that she does. So it's definitely an investment if you listen to it. And thank us later.
Yes, I'm very deliberate with 2026, and it was purposeful that I had Dr. Una's podcast released today, and also purposefully choosing this book because last year was a year I did so many things that were not typical. I moved from the US to the UAE. I started practicing medicine full time. I started speaking on stages more. I started coaching more. I started helping organizations with their strategies. So I moved last year. I moved, and then this year it's I have more. I want to move with greater intention, greater speed, greater intensity. And as I'm doing it, I'm carrying everybody along with me who's willing to come with me. And so that's why we're starting with why. So we have our why. So if you're running fast, you know why you're running fast. If you're running slow, you know why you're running slow. If
Yeah.
you're stopping, you know why you're stopping. So you have your why really clear.
Yeah.
So let me go over what we had. We Ineze helped me with the guide. That's the yeah, she helped me with the guide. But we looked at it again, and then she told me, when we met, she was like, okay, let's restructure. So it's almost ready, but I'll just go over the formats. Like those of us who have been here before, you know what the format is like. But for those of us who are new, I'll just go over the format. So just give me one quick second. Let me pull out the
Yes.
guide.
And while Gloria is doing that, I would just like to say, if you've already signed up to the book club to receive the notifications, the emails. That way, you are informed of everything that is going on. You will also have the study guide. But one thing to mention is this book club discussions that we have, throughout the month of January, it's come and learn. We've broken up the book into different chapters that are we think are digestible. But if you didn't read the entire section that we're discussing on that day, that's okay. If you've just read a little bit, if you've read even past what we're supposed to discuss, that's okay. No pressure. This is supposed to be fun and engaging discussion. So don't feel pressure in any kind of way.
That I agree with Neze, because the goal, sometimes we miss the goal. The goal in reading, it's not just to say, oh, I've read the book, is that you've learned the wisdom there. And if you don't have the time, because I have people here who are in school, they have kids, they have husbands, they have extended family members, so
Yeah.
it's almost impossible for you to have the time to read as much as you would love to. So even if you've not read the book from cover to cover, when you join the conversation, then you can still learn. The goal is to learn and get better, not necessarily to say, oh, I read the book. So if you read the book and you do not take anything out of it to change your life, you might as well not read it. But if you're here and you listen to the conversation and you can take the wisdom and then apply it to your life, you're better off than the person who read the book and did not change anything in their life.
True. Absolutely.
Yes. And so we have people who are here from Canada, Alabama. Wow. Wow, Canada and well, Alabama, that's my, I used to live in Montgomery, Alabama, so that's my peoples. Those are my peoples.
Oh, welcome everyone.
Yes. And so how it's going to be is we'll break it because we have 5 weeks in January. So we're going to break it. Last time I realized that the last part we gave too much. More than half of the book was for the last week, and then I struggled to finish it. So what I'll do is we'll break it into even portions. So maybe two parts in the next week, and then two parts the other week. Then we can do maybe one part. So the last is let's it's not too heavy. So that way we have time to read, and it's an easy read.
Yeah, it's a
It's
page
not too
turner for
dense.
sure.
Yes, it's not too dense. So it's something that you should be able to if you have the time, you should be able to cover. But if you don't have the time, we're here. And what I would also appreciate is, even if you've not read the book and we're discussing an idea we found in the book, if you can just write in the comments your thoughts. If you agree, you disagree, or whatever your thoughts are, you have an experience that you can share with us, that would be
Yeah.
so helpful, because teaching, it's a club where we're all learning from each other. Nobody has attained, we're all trying to attain together. I don't have mastery of all of these things in the books. I'm learning, and so we're all learning. So if you have any ideas, if you have any thoughts, do not hesitate. Whatever that thought is, if it crosses your mind, put it there. It would help us to. It would stimulate the conversation.
Yep, for sure.
And see, we didn't plan to stay too long today, since it's New Year's.
Yeah. So,
And
any questions or thoughts? People can put it in the chat too, but can they also speak if they would like?
I would love that. Who wants to speak?
Yeah.
Just let me know, and I would take you off mute. Or if you I could we could make it, if you want to be on the video, I can do that. If you're not ready to be on video, I also understand.
Hmm.
Um, you have any questions? Any questions about the new community we just formed on school? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I have an idea for just to let me see. Someone just dropped a comment. Oh, Taya. Taya is on, she just messaged from YouTube that she's happy to be here and ready to learn from everybody. Taya, we appreciate you. We're also ready to learn from you as well. And well, I was going to say something and then that thought just disappeared. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So I have an idea for the book for the next month. It's 10x is better than 2x. But if you have book ideas, we can put it, you can put it in the group, and then we can all look at the books together and then decide. So we're all in this, it's our book club. So we're all involved together.
Mm-hmm. We have a question in the chat from
Okay.
Krista. Do we need the app or will you be sending a link every time we meet?
Um, so how did you get it this time? Because I'm learning this app myself. So I don't want to send multiple emails. So I don't want you to see an email and go like, oh, Gloria again. I don't want to be that person, because I get some emails. I'm like, oh, this person again. I don't want to be that person. However, what I could do is maybe 30 minutes before we go live, those people who are okay, yes. So you can use that link. You don't, and I also send it in the email just before, like a few minutes before. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
use that link to join. You don't have to, but if you download the app, the advantage in downloading the app is you can see the conversations. If you're at the point where you're not too busy, you just want to scroll through and see what people are typing in there, or you have a thought, maybe you read one page, you're like, I don't really agree with Simon, or I like what he said here, or this is how I have applied this. Any nuggets at all you can drop, you can put it. So that's where the app comes in handy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just keeps you in the loop of what's going on. If there's a poll, then you can be part of that poll, you know.
Yeah, I do have a question though. Has anyone read the book yet?
I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So like help us type like a yes or no if you have read the book, if you haven't. Even if you read it a little bit, that's fine. Just say yes. But if you're new like we are, we're just kind of getting started, that's fine too.
Personally, I bought this book last year. I bought it last year and I haven't read it. I have books I haven't read. So I was collecting, like, I'm like, oh, I'm collecting books. I'm like, I'm not reading them. So this year it was more like 2026 would be the year that I read all the books that I have and more.
You see, so that's why we're here, right? So Grace has not read it yet. So Grace, we're in the same boat.
We're
We have
all we're all we're,
here
we're
to
all in
start.
this together.
Okay, so she says, is the plan to complete the book review in January? So a month for each book. Gloria, right?
Correct. Yes, yes. The goal is to do so with this book club. The goal is to do 12 books this year. So that way, anybody who is a part of this club will do 12. But my goal is 24 minimum. So, but that's my personal goal. And if I can't attain that, at least I know I will do 12. So my minimum
Yeah.
will be 12, and then we'll see how much more I can do. But my goal is 24.
Yes. And as far as time, because I know some people are like, how long is the book discussion? How long should we plan to be here? I think, Gloria, I think it's safe to say maybe 45 minutes for the discussion.
Yes. So it depends. It's a if the conversations, if people can just contribute fast, then and the conversation is ongoing, then we would just talk and then move on fast. I'm not really want to kind of linger and say unnecessary things, but when I'm waiting for people to add to the conversation, then I can start to do, because I don't want to just end in like 20 minutes, right? Or in like 15 or 10 minutes. So I would want to I'll try to stimulate people to talk a little bit more. But if we come in here, it's a very interactive group. I want rich conversation, not necessarily long. I want that depth, that like the book we did the last time. So many things, so my mindset has changed. So many things, I am more authentic. Sometimes it's some good ways. Sometimes I'm just more like me. Like I'm not trying to be who I'm not anymore. Like this is me. I want to be the best version of myself, but you're getting the real me today. When I get better, you'll get the better me tomorrow. So that book changed me. So the same way, if we're having conversations, I don't want it to be long, but I want it to be transforming. Yes, the chat rooms will be available when we are offline, because if you go on school, that app, because there's a community, so we can all communicate there. So it does, so even when we're not here, and then you can also, if you're not able to join the meeting, I would really love you to join, because that's when the conversation, we're all adding to the conversation. But there's always the replay. The
Mm-hmm.
replay it's on YouTube. So I spent most of today trying to see how I could integrate school with this streaming app that I'm using, but there's no way at this point. There's no way that I know of at this point. So we'll see. But you can always watch the replay on YouTube.
Sounds good.
Any other questions? Well, Neza, you think this is a good time to let everyone go celebrate Christmas and then get ready for next week? Celebrate New
Absolutely. New
Year's.
Year. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you all for even taking your time to be with us here on this New Year's Day. Hope everyone is having a wonderful celebration, and we'll see you all in a week.
Yes, yes, yes. And I know 2026 is going to be a great year. We are going to work to make it. It's not going to gift us greatness. We have to pull greatness out of 2026. So I see all of us being great, and I'm just really excited. Thanks,
Thank you.
Ikechuku. All
Thank you,
righty.
everyone. Okay.
See
Bye.
you next week.
Bye.
Bye.